Question number 1. What is a collection of related data? And data is a collection of facts and figures that can be processed to produce information.
Valid point. Database is true.
Question number 2. It is defined as the process of applying a series of techniques and rules to a database in order to reduce data redundancy.
Bravo. Normalization is the answer.
Question number 3. Database applications are usually partitioned into tiers. According to the image, we can say it is tier architecture.
On track. 3 is the correct answer.
Question number 4. If a database design is not perfect, it may contain anomalies, which are like a bad dream for any database administrator.
Excellent. True is a brilliant choice.
Question number 5. The set of rules that govern the internal validity and consistency of data within a relational database are known as.
Well done. Rules of referential integrity is the right choice. Question number 6. Which type of DBM's architecture allows multiple independent databases to share data through standardized interfaces?
Correct. Federated or multi-database systems is the right answer.
Question number 7. An organized collection of structured information or data typically stored electronically in a computer system.
Nice selection. Database is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 8. It is a set of one or more computer programs that serves as an intermediary between the user and the DBMs.
Clear logic. Your choice database application is sound and 100% true.
Question number 9. Explain the concept of relationship integrity rules and provide an example of their use in database design.
You're right. Using foreign key constraints between tables in a database is the correct answer.
Question number 10. It is an open-source SQL relational database management system that was developed and supported by Oracle.
Well picked. MySQL is the correct answer.
Question number 11. What is this?
Good thinking. The relationships between tables is the right answer.
Question number 12. What are a set of inference rules used to infer all the functional dependencies on a relational database?
Good job. Your answer, Armstrong's axioms, works well here.
Question number 13. Which is the person who is responsible for administering, managing, and maintaining the database system?
Exactly. DBA makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 14. What stores data in such a way that it becomes easier to retrieve, manipulate, and produce information?
Correct response. DBMs is the most accurate answer.
Question number 15. A database is used by the entire organization and supports many users across many departments.
Smart pick. Enterprise is the correct choice.
Question number 16. An application where only one user accesses the database at a given time is an example of a dash.
Sharp thinking. Single-user database application is the right choice.
Question number 17. A dash is a logically connected set of one or more fields that describes a person, place, or thing.
Great thinking. Record is the right choice.
Question number 18. What is the primary function of the application tier in a 3-tier client-server architecture? Nicely done. Middle layer housing web connectivity software is a solid answer. Question number 19. A collection of multiple interconnected databases spread physically across various locations. You chose distributed database system, and it is correct. Question number 20. The Dash structure is quite different from that of an operational or transactional database. Right again. Data warehouse is a valid answer. Question number 21. What type of user maintain the DBMs and are responsible for administrating the database? Perfect. Administrator is the correct choice.
Question number 22. It incorporates and builds on the concepts and principles of SQL and Nozzle systems. Strong choice. NewSQL is the right answer.
Question number 23. This database user determines what data is needed, what relationships are required.
Excellent choice. Database designer is the right answer. Question number 24. Which of the following can not be said as a solution that database systems offer? Right choice. Alternative for Java is the best answer. Question number 25. Dash exists when different versions of the same data appear in different places. Nice work. You chose data inconsistency, and it is correct. Question number 26. A Dash database is designed to support a company's day-to-day operations. Great job. Transactional is the accurate answer. Question number 27. In which field would DQL be used to generate visualizations and insights? Well-reasoned. Business intelligence. And reporting is the correct choice. Question number 28. What are the disadvantages of traditional file-based systems? Except Dash. Solid response. Integrated data is a valid choice. Question number 29. A database supports data distributed across several different sites. Smart move. Distributed is an accurate answer. Question number 30. The Dash serve as the intermediary between the user and the database. You got it? Your choice database management systems is right. Question number 31. A database that stores object rather than data as individual relations. Excellent. Object-oriented database is a brilliant choice. Question number 32. In which field would DQL be used to manage user data and interactions? You got it. Your choice web development is right. Question number 33. What is a state where every relation in a database remains consistent? Perfect. Consistency is the correct choice. Question number 34. In order to amend data in a database, we would use which SQL statement? Right choice. Update is the best answer. Question number 35. An enterprise resource planning application is an example of a Dash. Strong choice. Multi-user database application is the right answer. Question number 36. Which type of DBM's language is used to define the database structure? Correct response. Data definition language is the most accurate answer. Question number 37. This manages and protects data so that a database is safe and secure. You're right. Database management system is the correct answer. Question number 38. What language is used to write most database management programs? Smart move. SQL language is an accurate answer. Question number 39. Which is not a command for defining the structure of a database? Solid response. Create index is a valid choice.
Question number 40. Dash is responsible for the maintenance of operational control.
Great thinking. Database administrator is the right choice.
Question number 41. Helping people keep track of things is the purpose of a dash.
Bravo, database is the answer.
Question number 42. A user that manages the files of application in DBMs is called.
Sharp thinking. File manager is the right choice.
Question number 43. A relational database is a good idea because it cuts data dash.
Exactly. Duplication makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 44. Which of the following stores all of the data in the database?
Good thinking. Table is the right answer.
Question number 45. What is the benefit of data independence in database systems?
Nicely done. Flexibility is a solid answer. Question number 46. How can a tech retrieve information from the database system? Correct. All of the above is the right answer. Question number 47. What is the primary focus of database query languages?
Excellent choice. Data retrieval and manipulation is the right answer.
Question number 48. What is an application in the context of computer software? Valid point. A self-contained unit of software is true.
Question number 49. What is the role of a database management system?
Nice selection. To create and maintain a computerized database is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 50. What is the purpose of a data model in database systems?
Great job. To define the organization, constraints, and integrity of data is the accurate answer.
Question number 51. Which of the following is not an example of a database?
Smart pick. DVD is the correct choice.
Question number 52. Which SQL statement would add a record to the database? Good job. Your answer insert into designer values works well here.
Question number 53. What are the hardware components of a database system?
Clear logic. Your choice CPU, memory, acted is sound and 100% true.
Question number 54. What is the primary function of a relational database?
On track. Data retrieval and manipulation is the correct answer. Question number 55. What is the term for a column in a database called?
Well done. Attribute is the right choice.
Question number 56. What is the main characteristic of a database system? Right again. Data sharing and multi-user transaction processing is a valid answer. Question number 57. Which of the following is the disadvantages of DBMs? Well picked. Database systems are complex is the correct answer. Question number 58. Which of the following refers to a database system? Well reasoned. Collecting related data together in a systematic way is the correct choice.
Question number 59. Which should not be defined as a database entity?
Nice work. You chose medicine name, and it is correct. Question number 60. Which statement is correct regarding data models? You chose things used to present data and relationships between data. And it is correct.
Question number 61. What is the main function of a database system?
Good thinking. To handle all requests for access to the database is the right answer.
Question number 62. A workgroup database is a dash database.
Well reasoned. Multi-user is the correct choice.
Question number 63. A dash is a collection of related records.
solid response. File is a valid choice. Question number 64. All of these are database systems except strong choice. Snap-on is the right answer.
Question number 65. What is the purpose of a database schema?
Sharp thinking. Defines organization, constraints, integrity is the right choice.
Question number 66. Data administrators are responsible for
Right again. Managing technical issues in the database environment is a valid answer.
Question number 67. Cardinality in a relational database is
valid point. Number of records is true.
Question number 68. What is a primary key in a database?
Bravo. A unique identifier for each record is the answer.
Question number 69. What is the role of database users?
Great job. To interact with the database system is the accurate answer.
Question number 70. Degree in a relational database is You're right. Range of data values is the correct answer.
Question number 71. What DBeams provides to database?
You chose security and protection, and it is correct.
Question number 72. Popular database software are
Nicely done. MySQL, Oracle is a solid answer.
Question number 73. What is a relational database?
Right choice. 2 or more linked tables is the best answer.
question number 74. What is a flat file database?
Correct response. Contains a single table is the most accurate answer.
Question number 75. What does DBeams stand for?
Well done. Database management system is the right choice.
Question number 76. A column in a database.
Exactly. Field makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 77. Description of DBeams.
Correct. Database management system is the right answer.
Question number 78. A row in a database.
Excellent. Record is a brilliant choice.
Question number 79. DBM's action option.
Nice work. You chose database creation, and it is correct.
Question number 80. What is a database?
Perfect. A collection of related data elements is the correct choice. Question number 81. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Clear logic. Your choice contact Narayan Changda is sound and 100% true.